What do you think is the reason for this particular focus on Latin America?
I mean, there is an argument that ultimately the US, Russia, and China are sort of divvying up the world more than they have done under previous administrations. Trump isn't taking as active a position on Ukraine, so sort of leaving that to Putin and to the other NATO partners. There was this inference that perhaps you can do that over there, and China can do the South China Seas, and we're not going to come out and defend Taiwan. But in turns, this is our backyard and has always remained our backyard. One wonders how much that is, just foreign policy analysts debating the ways of the world, or if it's actually, if that's actually a strategy. What I think is true about your commentator's point is that he doesn't have much stomach for interventionist stuff, and certainly for boots on the ground pretty much anywhere in the world. And if he does, it would probably be in cementing his vision, if you like, on the Americas. Why? Partly to stop the influx of undocumented immigrants. The same on the fentanyl and the drugs issue. If he can be shown to being strong on those issues, it works very well at home. And admittedly, the numbers of undocumented immigrants have plummeted compared to some of the numbers that were seen under the Biden administration. In terms of, for example, the military strikes on supposed or alleged drug boats in Venezuela, that I think has a lot of people in Venezuela, and I was just in Havana recently, and a lot of people in Havana, including the government, the foreign minister, very jumpy about what it could augur. Again, one tends to think that there is no stomach or no desire for US troops on the ground walking through the streets of Caracas to take back control of Miraflores. I mean, that would be a huge development. But this is also Washington in the Americas that we're talking about. It was only 1990 that Manuel Noriega was forced out of power by an invasion in Panama. And again, what was the reason that was used? Because he was a drug trafficker. He was in bed with the drug cartels. The same thing that they're saying about Nicolas Maduro. And one thing we know about Marco Rubio is that it would be very much part of his vision for the Americas to take out Maduro, to remove the government in Havana and see regime change in both of those nations. Is this anything beyond saber rattling, though? That's what's hard to say. When you talk about the interventionist policies, yes, it could be as much as sort of propping up economically Milei, or it could be as radical as removing Maduro from power. The very fact that we're talking about this in 2025 is sort of shocking on some level. But again, Populista by Will Grant, available in all good bookshops in the UK and online, would hopefully go to show that it's never necessarily off the table.